He's a beautiful boy. Are we live?
He's a wonderful man. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Was he there? Hey, Arthur. Oh, has he got the zoomies?
Oh my God.
Hey.
He was
Did you see his paw? He said hello. Welcome, everyone, to Global.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Galactic Earth Fusion and Whimsical Wednesday. And I just have to do this. I have for a conspiratorial entertainment purposes only, I have to sing a song.
Okay.
Vaccine, vaccine,
oh, no.
vaccine, vaccine.
Bing, boom, boom, boom.
And here, if it doesn't get weirder, listen to this. Helene, Helene, Helene,
oh, no.
Helene.
Yeah. Poor ladies, you know.
Yeah.
They went into that world and got suckered out.
Yes. So the reason we did not go live yesterday is the energy was volatile yesterday.
Wacko.
I took my father to the doctor, and when I got to the doctor, it's like I was there for hours. We were waiting for hours, and they were playing the news with the sound down, but it was Dolly Parton. And why am I like so low? What is going on with my screen? You can't even see.
Okay, I've got to introduce new Dolly.
Speaking of dollies,
ooh. It's a mermaid.
Oh my God. Isn't that wild?
Yes, she took all night. I baked her in the Fimo and like sewed and everything. So she goes all the way down.
Wow.
Luckily my boobs have gone back to the right size. We were discussing beforehand how I morph. And
you
I was on
Dolly Parton?
My boobs became 3 times the size. And I was on Rob's show and I had a doll. And this is before I realized that she had passed away. I had a dolly. And
a dolly?
Yeah.
A dolly?
Yeah. I was talking about dolls. And then I was looking going, wow, I've got humongous so-and-sos. You know what I mean? And then I realized I morph when I'm a medium. So I was like, dolly and my boobs. If I'd only seen it properly later, like, I mean, at the time I would have put 2 and 2 together, maybe. Dolly boobs, what's going on? Do you know what I mean?
Okay, well here
you wanted me to talk about it.
Do you remember Tim Curry also passed away yesterday at 80? Oh. And he was the sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania.
Look at her. She's a mermaid. Yes. Oh, she's the wrong size. I mean, wrong way. I've hidden her boobs. Right, there we go. Back to the boobs.
I did not mean to, like, everybody's like, I got a lot of pushback today. I mean, even from people that love me.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw it.
A lot of pushback.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, she's such a darling, Dolly. Everyone loves Dolly, but people don't want to see the behind the scenes. And we both agree that I don't think she was initially a part of the club, right?
I don't think she was part of the club initially, but being the godmother of Miley Cyrus.
It's a big fat giveaway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey. I'm the weird doll lady.
The Gates of Hell Club with the Moderna stuff, you know, with the whole She ruined the Jolene song. I mean, it's just very strange. The whole thing is strange, and it gets weirder being in with this Truman Show weather, and especially with the dream that I had last night, because neither one of us felt good. We felt like we were being hit with something. We both felt that way.
Yeah, yesterday.
Complete exhaustion.
Yeah, we had an exhaustion due. I don't know if people have had that before, but there was a bit of pushback about where we were going to go to today. So we're going to somewhere in the Pacific. We're not going to say the actual location because of the pushback we already got. Are we going to say the location?
No, we're not. We're just going to say it's in the Ring of Fire because I want to show something positive that happened through all this.
And the mermaid came out of it.
And the mermaid came because
she visited.
I finished my Oracle cards finally after we talked. I was up
that's
till
good.
like 2 or 3 in the morning, and now this is the last card.
Wow, beautiful.
And it has the
Amazing.
mermaid. See the mermaid there?
Oh my God, mermaids coming in with doll making and mermaid in your cards. That's a
Yes.
double
And
whammy,
even
that one.
my cat Soda years ago, I made a Halloween
Where are
costume
we going
for
to put
her as a
mermaid?
mermaid. See that?
Yeah.
That's Arthur's ancestor.
Yeah. A lion. Can you see a lion? I don't know.
Does she look like a lion?
Oh, yes, I see. Oh, it's a mermaid. Yeah, Soda as a mermaid. I saw it. I thought it was so cute. Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Again,
Dolly, had
mermaid
Dollywood.
theme.
Dolly had Dollywood and
It's called Dolly.
have
What is it?
Dollywood and not
Yeah.
in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. I have been to the Dolly's place in Branson, Missouri, and I'm not picking on her per se, but the numbers
Yeah.
add up to like 8 and 33. There's something weird with the numbers. There's something weird with that
Yeah.
one celebrity that died that I don't even know who she is, and then Dolly, and then the
Yeah.
sweet transvestite from Transylvania. So is there a
Tim Curry,
connection?
yeah.
I don't.
Rocky Horror Show, yeah. And why is
Rocky Horror Show. Remember the first sheep that they cloned was named Dolly.
yeah, that's right. There's
Yeah.
links. And weirdly, you mentioned the numbers.
And then the
Yesterday,
storm is the biggest one for me because she
yeah.
gave money for Hurricane Helene because she loved the mountains of Western North Carolina and Tennessee. But why would she sing the song Helene just like she did Jolene? Because
Yeah.
and there was supposed to be a Hurricane Dolly in 2020. It was up for naming. So now, like 3 times, I don't know. I have to look at the article again. I think they said in 2016 it was going to be up for naming, but now it's named at the timing of her passing. They're naming it Dolly. I don't believe in those kind of coincidences when it comes to things like storms within the Truman Show. I just don't believe it.
There is something to do with numbers. They do like numbers. There was a clip I saw today that Miley Cyrus liked the 25th of August. It's a special day for her. And apparently that's the day that she passed. And that's her godmother. So there is way too many links. Weirdly, I was standing in the kitchen the other day and it was like the number 55 came to me and you add 33 onto that number. We all know what number 33 is, and it's 88. But I don't know if 88's got to do with anything because she died when she was 80. But anyway.
He's crazy. I got to let him out. He made his appearance and, he was really good before we started the show, but the energy has been crazy. I almost feel like he was looking for a mouse or something. He was just acting.
Well, I said to him, make sure you catch all the dark energies and chase them out. That's why he's looking. Get it, Arthur. Get it.
He's so good. Right. He's really good.
Hi, guys. And Shannon Martin
see everybody in the chat.
She gave money to the Vanderbilts too, and Moderna. Yeah, can we say that?
Yes. I'm a member of the Vanderbilt Biltmore Estate. Right. I like to go walking there, and when I go in the house, that pool is kind of strange. There is something weird about that pool because it was not Anderson Cooper. It was John Podesta, who was Hillary Clinton's lawyer, that drew the pictures of the children very creepy inside that pool.
Yeah, right. And my mind goes to the Rolling Stones. Brian was found in the pool, wasn't he? In a big mansion.
That's right. And I think Mick Jagger. I just saw a picture of Mick Jagger, and he might be the same age too. And I'm thinking, how do these people look so good? What is it? Is it that Chrome stuff they drink? What is it that stuff that sounds like Google Chrome? I'm working with selenite tonight. I feel like I really need energy. Selenite. Like the clearing. Like this is crazy. So
we've already
share the dream that I had. Do you have a name for her?
Not yet. I birthed her last night. Like, okay, people. Yeah. Hey, she's got lipstick on. That's her top.
I
She's got
love her
boobs.
tail. I love it. And isn't it weird that I'm working with Soda, you know, with the finding the old picture of Soda with the mermaid costume, and you're doing that, and we're doing this.
There is a total mermaid theme, and I feel like, and I said this to you yesterday or the day before, that I think one of our guides is going to be a mermaid. She's going to take us to this place that we're going to. Because we've had quite a lot of kickback. I'm not sure if we're going to name the place where we're going or not. No. No.
Because we may not actually end up there, but I know Eric wants me to sing, and maybe you too. Let's do it here.
What is it? Are you going to sing Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire, ladies?
Yeah. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, and the flames
just kept on getting higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire.
The ring of fire. Ring of fire.
Are you happy now, Eric?
I gotta, and I have Sassy Squatch. I have to show you my Sassy Squatch.
Yes.
That I made. Yes. So I had a horrible.
I'll put it in the background.
I love the glasses.
I'll put it in the background.
I had a horrible dream last night.
Okay.
It was completely horrible. I was invited to a conference in the dream, and I said I suspect I was in Florida, but I don't know if I was actually in Florida.
Oh, okay.
I was separated from Ron. It might have been the Gulf Coast, and I had. And I love the glasses, by the way. This is like the
trying to save my eyes.
The Chloe version of Matthew Mornian. You know how I wear my Sean Bond version of my witch's hat. So you have the Matthew Mornian look.
It's Chloe's version. And I'm a detective. We're a detective. We're going into the area that we're going to go. And okay, we could say it's a little bit of clue for the people, so they're not left guessing too much. It's hidden archaeology kind of thing. But I think there's something around it. We got a bit of kickback. We've had a bit of kickback just through us discussing where we're going. So we're like, whoa, it's hot. So
but let me tell you this dream. So in this dream, there was the ocean, and there was a storm coming, which I thought was really strange. And there's a person I know named Doug. Nobody knows him, but he wrote a song years ago called "There's a Storm Coming and It's Gonna Be Bad." It was like these black goo metal sheets that almost looked like robotic shark things that were coming up that would cut through the water and cut anything. Like they'd cut houses in half. They'd cut boats in half. The power was out. There was no cell phone coverage. And for some reason, all my unalive cats are like a couple houses away, and I'm going to feed all my unalive cats from the past, plus Arthur, plus all these other cats I didn't know, like I was a cat mom. You know, I was a crazy cat lady, which I am. And then I'm like worried about gathering water and, you know, filling up bathtubs and drinking water. It was just a horrific, terrible dream, and I felt just completely awful. But before that, what we went into last night, I was seeing a lab. I want to tell them that we did a decode. There was a lab of like making chimeras and sort of almost like for entertainment purposes only, CDC type of stuff, you know, like in the ocean, like under the water in the ocean. And I saw this Cthulhu type of being, you know, with the octopus. So it was like there was something that was slugs, Cthulhu, and amphibious. But what I came up with for the card is this, and I'll focus in on what that dude looks like there. See him?
Yes. It's a bit octopusy.
Where it says the lab there? And is my cat Soda
inspired
is that
you?
A chimera? Is she a chimera? So there was an element of they were physicalizing mermaids against their will, which means they were trapping the mermaid and the siren, making them physical so they couldn't really be truly multi-dimensional in the way that they were, where they were locked into, they were still not out of our range, but they were locked into more of a fourth dimensional astral element of who it is that they are, instead of like their 12-stranded DNA is what they were doing. So they were hybridizing and genetically modifying the mermaid. That's what came to me.
Yeah, and we both saw in our little bit of a deep dive together, having a chat, because we both got hit with a weird DEW thing, like a dome that was underwater, and the mermaid sort of took me there, and it feels like it's interdimensional because there's a lot of like light that is shining on the top there that I can go into. But I feel like we're okay. I just feel like there's something around there that we've got to not go to.
And then there was some other piece that came in with Kilauea I was seeing, and I know pictures now of Kilauea. So I took this from the latest picture off the internet, and I know Jason Missing Time went to Kilauea, but I only saw it with me. Like the scorned with you, the scorned
we went together.
See the scorned woman, and here is Kali Pele.
Okay, okay. It's like the Ring of Fire. There's a fire element because we are going into the Ring of Fire.
That's what I'm saying. This is the whole Ring of Fire here.
Yeah. Ring of Fire. Do we want to initially tell them where we're going?
Yeah. Well, we're going to Japan. And it's part of the Lemurian Holocaust. All this was ancient Lemuria. So we were both tuning into the hybridization of what happened in what's called the Ayani massacre of ancient Lemuria. I want to just say hello to everybody in the chat. I haven't really looked on
Aussie and
chat right now because I'm still showing the cards. Let me show what the front of the cards look like now. I've just finished my Gridworker companion Oracle deck, and it's going to be it's getting an estimate right now for printing, which is happening on Monday. And then here's the back side of the card too, which says, I want to just read the back side of the card. The Gridworker Companion Oracle deck is designed for the experiencer and those seeking confirmation of their mission on the path. The art brings Missy's personal empowerment story to life as a clairvoyant, psychic grid reader of the Emerald Order, Indigo One type, and paranormal historian. The cards are available to help the Starseed, Indigo, Fringe Program Experiencer, and Light Worker on their path to bring clarity and continuity to their own mission. You can find Missy on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. So there you have it.
Very good. Excellent. A few more people saying hi. Aussie Angie, Eric. I've been to Maui, but not Japan. Yeah, so we want to go off the coast of Japan. There's a well-known place. I think Graham Hancock even talked about it on one of his shows. It's an ancient, it appears to be a city or a township underneath the water. And there's remnants of an ancient structure there. They can't put it under time or place because they're thinking that the continents were always in the place that they were.
Right.
That's the general consensus that the archaeologists tend to stick to, unless you're going down the path of, hidden archaeology, which is that the continents have formed and changed over time due to certain things that happen. Yeah. In regards to shifting poles and such. So we're going to have a look around. We have had a bit of a I don't know what it is, a little bit of kickback even before we started. So we're just going to, I believe, start off with the mermaid lady, and we'll go into where she wants to take us. She has a really high pitch voice, this mermaid, and she can crack glass. I feel like she's the one who wants the crack the hiddenness of it all. She wants to, and that's why I was so drawn to make my mermaid. I don't know if I want to bring her back. I feel like I want to bring her back.
Bring her back. You know what's weird? I just heard release the Kraken as you said that.
I feel like it is. I feel like she's just like, there's some things that happen there that weren't so great in the chimeras, and making human bodies with fishtails and all the horrible things that they did. It was not right because the mermaids suffered, you see.
Right, yeah. Because then an organic mermaid was more like a light being with the tail. It was more of a nature spirit type of thing. And then what we're seeing now as a flesh body is a chimera.
Yeah, chimera. I feel like I've embodied her in a sculptural form so I can connect more with her. She's really vivid in front of my mind now. She's going to take us. Do we want to do a grounding and sort of protection?
Yeah, I want to use the drum because I just got my djembe drum. See this? And I want my spray. Where's my spray? Let me go get my spray so I can spray myself too, because I feel like I need that rose water. Oh, I have my bubbles too.
And I was looking at I was just looking at the themes of your dream as well. So a lot of unaliving with the cats, the lab. So there's a lot of we can't even say the word unaliving. Ugh. DEA. Can you spell it out? I just want to say the word. There's a lot of people who passed away. Sorry, that's.
You can't take it serious when I do this. Here.
Can't even say that. All right. Yes. Right. So it's like a Holocaust or something that happens there. A lot of souls move on, and I feel like it's in the hundreds of thousands of people. I wouldn't say up to 1 million. I feel like there's hundreds of thousands of people that go under the ocean. I do believe I was there during that time. I've had multiple dreams about it. I was priestess there, and I was on top of the temple, and I actually was up the top of the temple, and I looked down onto the island in Lemuria, and I saw the waves coming, and there was nothing that we could do about it. Even though we had foreseen it, we were trying to stop it. But what I saw was a little bit different from what the other people say. So we had a dome around Lemuria. It was like a protective dome. And we were at war with Atlantis. And most of the dome was covered except this tiny little part. Like, I don't know, it was like really small, like a mesh that's like this big, right? And this little being came into it and had like a little technology and put it into the continent. And it's like a mini nuclear weapon, and it blew the whole island, and it went down. So, and I was watching it, and there was nothing we could do about it. We'd seen it we had like what they call a chroma class. It's kind of like looking glass tech. So we're all of us were looking at it. And then we were like, oh my God, there's nothing we can do about it. And it kept on repeating. It was the same timeline. And we're like, how does this happen? How does the island go down? And then as it evolved, we're like, oh my God. So yeah, I do remember some people from that lifetime in our sort of circle of disclosure people. It's interesting, isn't it? Do you feel like you were there or not?
I'm going to share some weird synchronicities. So our fish that we had, which was a betta, a Siamese fighting fish that was beautiful blue, his name was Atlantis. Because it's always a theme. We've had Avalon, we've had Albion, we've had Neptune, we've had Poseidon, we've had Pontus, we've had all these different fish, usually working on the ocean or something to do with, like a lot of it, Lohas Atlantis. I knew the next one had to be female again because we've only had one other female, and its name is Lemuria. So Atlantis passed on that. Atlantis passed on the eclipse whenever that solar eclipse was the 12th.
Yeah.
So the next day, I think it was, this is Lemuria. What's interesting about this beta is it's mixed with koi, which is Japanese.
Right.
You can't make this up.
It's not Finding Nemo. It's Finding Nemo. That's a clownfish, isn't it?
No, it's a beta koi.
Oh,
But isn't
koi.
that
Yeah.
weird?
Yeah. That is weird that you name one Atlantis and one Lumeria, and here we are.
Well, that was deliberate. Yeah, I knew that's what we'd be working on. I didn't know we were going to go to this, but I knew that that Lemurian energy was going to be worked on and coming up.
Yeah, I can hear remnants of it. It's not obviously all of it, but there are remnants of it. That's what I'm getting. It's a large land mass, and then the waters came. It's almost like certain things happened, as in like that nuclear, and then other technological things that actually um, like a catalyst for the cataclysm. That's what I'm hearing. A catalyst for the cataclysm. So I think certain things can happen and then it can push you into like a pole shift, right? If you know what I mean. Gosh, it feels right. It feels like it's not entirely everything. And that's what we're going to do today, is to go on a discovery journey. And we've got this mermaid. Shall we start? I do feel her.
I just want to tell people to like, share, and subscribe to both channels. I'm trying to get up above 180 subscribers. It seems what happens is I get above that, like maybe 185. They knock me back down to 180. It's a 180. What does that mean?
I don't know. I had 1.2K for 4 or 5 years. And it would go up to one, and Bridget knows this, and a few, Jason, who were on my old channel. It would go up to 1.4 or 5 and then back down 1.2. That's all you're getting. 1.2K.
I had in the thousands on Blog Talk Radio. I don't know what happened to those Blog Talk Radio people. Yeah. I guess they just forgot about me, because when you stop doing shows, they forget about you, and all of Blog Talk was taken down. So that's the way.
Yeah. It's okay. Look, you must be doing something right. You must. A lot of people who are actually onto the money, onto certain things, they're under 2,000 followers. You know what I mean? Under. I mean, we're both. I had to restart it, so I think I'm about 170 something, right? But I don't really look at the numbers, because quality over quantity, right? I got a nice, comfortable 75, says Jason right now. He's happy with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jason, I loved your decode of Philip K. Dick. Oh my God, that was amazing. You should put out more videos.
Yeah, he should. I've got to go watch that.
I've always quoted Philip K. Dick and said, everybody watch Minority Report, watch Man in the High Castle, watch Blade Runner, and all these other wonderful movies. Okay, I want to play the drum when we go into whatever we're doing.
Yeah. He goes, he's 4 away from triple digits. Yes. Look, it's all, I love just hanging out with my friends, and we can look at it like that. She's swimming, the mermaid. Okay, I feel like poets coming, poetry. Swimming in the ocean, feeling the breeze, feeling water on my skin, nothing to see. I'm gonna show you both where I'm going to go. To Lemuria, back in the old times, go, let's go. Swimming in the ocean, feeling the breeze and the bubbles on my face, taking you to a magical place, deep in the ocean. Don't forget the mace. All right. Why do we need to bring mace? She said, don't forget the mace. What's my spray? I've got my sisters here, 1, 2, 3. We're going to watch all the fish in the sea. More than that, there's secrets in the ocean. Uncover them, Missy. Oh, let's go, let's go. We're like, what the hell is this? It's happening, man. It's a jamboree.
I want to swim now.
I can see her swimming, and she's taken us, and I feel there's more. She's taken us to where there's more mermaids, actually. They're very happy. They've all got musical instruments, and they're very happy for us to uncover the cruelty, is what I'm hearing,
I
that
know how
actually
to get
happen in
Arthur.
those places.
In a
Yeah.
little bit, we're going to share some seaweed on air. Okay, we're going to eat some seaweed together.
Yeah.
After we've done this, we will have some seaweed.
Yummy. Does Arthur like seaweed?
He
Nori?
loves seaweed, loves it.
So cute. Okay, so do we want to actually go in? Oh, she's right outside of it. She's taking us. We've got more mermaids. She's told me to bring my spray, but she said, bring your mace in the song. And I'm like, what's mace? Okay, spray. She says it's very dark down there. You know, we're uncovering the tragedy in some ways. And some ways, the lab technicians went from there into hidden places still in operation around the world. This is what you mean about Dolly. Dolly is a clone.
Dolly's a clone.
Is what I've just heard. Dolly is a clone, and there are many clones that appear in Hollywood. It is right in front of your face. There are many actually in your country too, in Australia, in positions of politics.
Exactly. And you know what else? The sheep, Dolly is a cloned sheep, and all the people are sheeple that follow.
Oh my God. Wow, that was a full conversation there. We need to highlight this because this is a tragedy for the children of humanity that are taken and are used in different experiments. Many experiments gone wrong and discarded like they were nothing. It's like a Frankenstein lab. This is what I'm hearing. Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no wonder we have had the kickback.
Yeah. What was the Dr. Moreau that took place on some island somewhere? Where was that supposed to have taken place? I just recently saw that. Let me look that up.
Is he like a laboratory Frankenstein experimenter? I feel like there's labs all over the world. I think the Pacific is a bit of a hub for it. And this is what the mermaid wants to highlight.
One of them was filmed in Queensland, Australia.
Wow. My God. So continuing on, and I hear that. I see this laboratory technician from a long time ago. I feel like Atlantis, Atlantean is what I'm hearing, because when I see the Atlanteans, they wear red. They've got Egyptian fashion. It's red and black, and there's a red and black.
Dolly was wearing red and black.
Oh my God, it's a bit of a theme, but that's also a satanic thing as well. Spray. So we're just having a look. The mermaid's taking us there. The labs are still going, she's saying. It goes deeper than many people are willing to say, is what I'm hearing.
See that?
Yeah.
That's when she was young, though.
Is it?
Recently.
It looks recent, but you never know because she had quite a lot of work done on her face. Yeah. Like a lot of those women in those positions in Hollywood, you can't really tell their age. Cher, adrenochrome harvesting. It's all related. The clone and the laboratories, the cloning, the laboratories, and it goes way back. I can hear they've had cloning for much longer than you have been told. I'm wondering even if it's like, Frankenstein was brought out in what time? It's like soft disclosure, like 1900, Mary Shelley. Is that her name? Mary Shelley? The girl, the woman who wrote Frankenstein. I feel like that's soft disclosure. I feel like, and that's the feeling I'm getting. I'm getting that it's been around for like a lot longer. I feel like middle 1800s. I mean, when you think about the human condition and power and control, if I was in their position, would I not want to make the perfect
1816.
human being?
And she was 18 years old when she wrote that.
So it's 1860,
Mary
right?
Shelley wrote Frankenstein in 1816 when she was 18. Why was she thinking stuff like that then?
Okay, goosebumps, truth bumps. So we've just got that. Yeah, it's feel the truth bumps. That year, 1816, that's even earlier than what I envisioned, right? That is a clue. That's soft disclosure that they've had it a lot longer than you would have realized. Yeah. Yeah. It feels like yes, 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 because I think what happened, they had the high technology back in Atlantis and Lemuria. They had lasers. They had a lot of high tech, right? But we went backward for a really long time. But Galileo was in 1660s. I can't remember the exact date. But he developed it's all related. These are the images that I'm getting. It's like clues, right? So he had the telescope, right? They've got glass inside them. So if you've got a telescope, you can make a microscope, right? Then you can look at like amoeba, you can look at ova and like sperm, and you can, let's put this being with this being and let's mix them together. This is what I'm seeing, and I don't know why I'm going into this character.
Yeah.
Whoever this is, they know.
Yes.
It's 18 is early. It's a lot longer.
I'm getting the chills on that. Like, ew, yuck.
Yeah. So no wonder we had the kickback before we even started. We were actually going to do this yesterday, but we got such weird energy that we were like, I don't know, I think we'll put it today. But for some reason, we're going down this pathway.
Anytime I leave to take my father anywhere, when I have to drive for over an hour each way, things can become unpredictable and they're on their own and throw that energy. And it was exhausting. And it was hot. Yeah. Just imagine going into hot parking lots where the sun's baking on you too. It was just too much. It was just everything.
Yeah.
Total exhaustion. Like, oh my God.
Oh, the chat's going off with all sorts of stuff. Frankenstein, yeah, there are no coincidences. I think also, like, all the Epstein stuff has come out, right? But then we've got a few of the women that have been talking, Juliet being one of them, and she's from South Africa. And she mentioned not only about seeing reptilians, but also seeing that all the women were taken down into like a cloning lab or some sort of laboratory that was underneath St. James. We really are going there, aren't we?
I get no on the fingernails. I get Greys don't have fingernails.
Right. I don't know. They have very translucent rainbow skin. I have seen it before. It freaked me out, actually.
Equal. There's different kinds of grays I'm getting to.
Yeah.
Let's 100%. Not even talk about them, though. I don't want to go there as it is.
But it's interesting that that's been brought into the conversation, though. Let's just go into it a little bit, because they're a part of like this. We're going to give you technology, right? So maybe they started in about 1816, right? Because I don't think there's anything as such a thing as coincidences, even people in the chat who are contributing to the conversation, right? So 1860, Frankenstein, the Greys come in, and, we heard in the 1930s and 40s, right? And then said, hey, we see what you're doing with your cloning. You're not very good at it. Here's some other technology. We're right up on cloning. Here you go. Here's some technology. Don't you feel? It's got to be related.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So they they advance what they already have started. We might have started with microscopes and like trying to mess with the ovum and the sperm and make a sort of creature,
Remember the Anunnaki had done this too. That was what the whole Bible was about. But the
that's right.
The changing of the
daughters
Bible.
Of the Nephilim, wasn't it? To make new species, but it was like breeding, and apparently, I don't know if I did this
and
or
forced
tuned
breeding.
into it. I heard that there were some love relationships actually. Isn't that weird? Like between those beings and the native population. Strange, right? Yeah, but I heard that.
Because a lot of the
Mm.
reptilians can make themselves really good looking.
Yeah, right. Shapeshift into like your perfect man. Hang on.
The
Wasn't that
perfect
my
man.
ex-partner? That's exactly what he did. You know, that's what narcissists do. They just like change, into your perfect guy. So, anyway. Um, so Sicola says it is freezing up or it's my phone. Okay. IMBS, wasn't that the time Tesla built those 5 ROs? Went to Mars and 2 made it. Gosh, loud. Uh, I don't know. I think we're going into laboratory. I feel okay about this. I feel like as we're talking about it, we're kind of just exposing it in a strange way. It's cruel, okay? It's cruel mixing a dolphin or fish species with human genetics because when I have done past life uh clairvoyant healings before, I've actually come across a couple of people, actually 3 different people in my sessions that were mermaids in Atlantis, and they were kept in tanks. They were kept in glass tanks, and their lungs weren't developed properly. So they couldn't
Right.
really breathe properly. They could only hold under the water for a certain amount of time because think about it, lungs and gills. So they couldn't quite get that sorted out back then. So a lot of them would die early and it would be painful. So it's really quite cruel. Okay. Is
And
that
that's
right?
why the whole siren piece,
Oh,
because
darling.
if that's
It's cruel.
the siren can be good to work with these storms, but the siren can also be
Mm.
that scorned woman, that Pele energy
She
under the
wants to
water.
scream and break the glass. Because
Yeah.
it is cruel and it's experimenting. Again, it's unethical, right? It's not compassionate or what we're good at is being loving and beautiful. I mean, the good part of being a
So
human
let me
being,
ask this question then, because
yeah,
I feel it coming somewhere. Because
yeah,
Jason also brought up robots, and there are no coincidences.
yeah.
Steven Spielberg did a movie
Hmm.
called AI, in which the robots become sentient beings.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
feel? Is that ethical?
uh
How we treat a robot then? That's where all this is going with the robots and
yeah.
the AI.
Well, yeah, and clones as well. Think about the
And
rights of
clones, yeah.
clones, and there's been questions about that in different movies as well. I saw a replay of I always forget her name. There was 2 characters, and Scarlett Johansson and Ewan McGregor, and they were talking about being clones. And the guy was saying he was in the Matrix, and he was saying you're actually the
Which
third
movie was
clone.
that?
I can't remember. I saw
The
like a
Scarlett
short of
Johansson,
it.
one of the movies I think is great with her that
Yeah,
discloses the programs is called Black Widow,
yeah,
which is a
right.
Marvel comic, obviously.
Yeah. People keep on
And
telling me
and
to
by the
go,
way, I do think Scarlett Johansson
yeah,
actually is a real woman, because a
yeah,
lot of these celebrities are men. We're looking
yeah,
at that topic
inverted,
comes up all the time too, because
yeah,
the Victoria's Secret models, they really had, people have been saying they were men. Then they finally came out and showed that
yeah,
one of them was a transgender, that was a man that
yeah.
became a woman. But
Well, if
what
you've
about
got
all the ones
straight
that
up and
are that you
down
don't see?
hips,
Yeah.
you've got to think, are those hips going to bear children? Are they going to hold the baby? They're kind of just up and down. I have thought
Yeah.
about it, and the giveaways, the
Like
Adam's
like
apple.
like Big Mike, you mean?
A little bit, yeah. That was a big giveaway on that show. Did you see the white pants and he's dancing around and it was like, it's right there, flopping around. The
Yeah,
member was
Joan
quite
Rivers
obvious
supposedly
there.
lost her life over this for entertainment
Yes,
purposes only. We're going down this
yes,
conspiracy rabbit hole
we
of
really
entertainment.
are. Well, where there's a conspiracy, it's like where there's smoke, there's fire. We know it's about, used to be about 6 months between a conspiracy to reality. I think it's about 3 months now.
Yeah.
It's just getting
So it
faster and
makes me wonder,
faster.
with the dream that I had with this in the Pacific, what are they planning next? What is the next level of, because that vaccine, that song came out like what, 2020?
I can't, yeah, gosh,
6
I
years
just turned
later.
the mainstream
And then 2
television
years
off.
ago was Helene.
Oh. Well, hello. It's like where you control the DNA, you control the people, you control the weather, you control the earth. You can what was the last time you control the history? You have control of the people. It's always about control.
It
Yeah.
is.
So you cover up history, you control the perspective and the mindset of people. I mean, the fact that for many years people thought that we'd only been here for about 2,000 years, as long as the Bible was the beginning and the end of everything. So, I mean,
the
it
black
goes back
goo,
thousands and thousands of hundreds of thousands of years, people.
the black
Yeah.
goo matrix has already been built. You know, the black goo scaffolding.
Yeah, right.
Which,
The data centers, the
here we go.
Skynet. Oh, sorry, Starlink. Skynet, Starlink. False light, black goo. Are you in the Matrix? Yeah.
That doesn't look like anybody we know, does it?
Neo and Missy. Is that Matthew?
Oh, no, it doesn't. Look. I did take
got
it
my
from
glasses
the thumbnail. On. I diffused the faces. I diffused it because I was like,
well, okay. Can I just say, like, okay, we're looking at the archaeology off the coast of Japan, but we're really hitting on all this stuff. So is that place a lab? It must be. It must be some sort of island. I can hear island getaway. Weird, like a holiday place for the elites or something. Back in time.
Another Epstein Island, but in the Pacific.
I think yes, but like obviously it's of a time many, many, many eras ago. I'm wondering if we can have a look at how many eras back this place off the coast of Japan. And you've got the name of it. Do you want to name it or not? I think you're okay.
I can pronounce it. I don't even know if I can. Let's look at it first, and then I'll try to pronounce it because I want to pull up more actual information on it. But there's something else I want to bring up that I'm thinking about. Because of Epstein Island.
I feel like it's in the last era. I feel like, and that everyone knows about the last era is when Atlantis and Lemuria went into the ocean. That's our last era of civilization that was high and then went down. And then we've got this era now. So it is around that time. And I'm feeling weird energy coming now. So it's a yes. It's like a platform now in the sea and it's got a few walls in there. And the name of it, did you get the name?
I'll tell you in a minute.
I can look it up. I can look it up. It's just
I just can't say it.
Unless I deleted the messages because we got that weird energy coming back.
Is called Yona Guni Monument.
Yeah. Yeah. Yona Guni Monument.
Not far from Okinawa.
Okinawa, so that's not far from a American military area of high significance in the Pacific. But we're going way back in time underneath the water. The mermaids have come really strong into this session, really trying to highlight the chimera. That's what we call it, isn't it? The mixture between different species and experimentation on the genome is coming up for some reason. If I was to go and press into that area off the coast of Okinawa, I can hear place of high significance. I feel like there's more than this place. And I think that's why we got a bit of kickback, because it was basically just stick to this area and that place and don't go anywhere close or near it, because it feels like there's multiple occupancy. I feel like there's a dome there. There's I don't know what
they make sake there. I can tell you that. There's a sake distillery there.
Yes, it's I
There's
want you to
good
pull it.
diving there.
Can you pull a card? Have you got a set of cards there
Yes, I
for?
want you to just look at this real quick. And the other thing I tuned into, it's like 4,400 something miles from Fuji, because I was thinking of that show called Love Island, because I was feeling like Fantasy Island and that creepy show Love Island. There's a weird show where all these people live together in the same, it's just creepy. Have you seen it or heard of it?
No.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the reel when a girl told her chatbot that she was swallowed by a whale? It was hysterical. It gave me hope regarding the future of AI. As in, it got it completely wrong. Yeah, probably.
Okay, I'm getting this. These are Julia's cards.
Go deeper. We're under the ocean. Literally, there's a female and there's fire. I do get like a image of like underwater explosion kind of thing. Yeah, and I knew that you were feeling it, but you weren't saying it. Same with
Anchor
me.
your earth energy. So even there, we want to anchor it.
We've been a bit worried about it because we got kickback.
My Celtic salt is downstairs. I can't do it. I'm drinking a tea right now, which is
yeah.
I don't know what this is called. Imber. This is some kind of interesting tea. I don't even know what it is, but it has like hibiscus and I think strawberries and kiwi fruit or something.
So yeah, you're going to pull a card and we are getting kickback. It's really interesting. And I think it's just like, don't go beyond that place where the hit archaeology, because there's other things around. Okay, we're talking underground. What do we call them?
Starts with a D. Okay, well, this is interesting. We brought this up last night. Here it is again.
Yes, we felt Russian involvement in the area too. There's multiple agency sort of things around there.
Okay? Yeah. Not just
American, Japanese and Russian. Yeah. And they just don't want us going to explore the underground areas around there. We're just looking at the hidden archaeology. I'm very interested in it.
This is Japanese with the letters, but look what it says. Robotics.
Arasaka, robotics, right. There's a link. There's a transhumanism and chimeras. Of course there's a link. You want to merge the robot with the biological, right?
Yes.
I definitely got
and here another one. Look at this. Spencer Biotech. See?
Right. It's all there.
It's all lab stuff. It's all lab. Yeah.
Elaborate lab.
Yeah.
I do. When we were talking yesterday and I saw a dome and I saw we call them not UFOs now. What are we going to call them? UAP, but there's a USO, underground, underwater
colony. We got this before
underwater
with the hydro whatever when we did go back
electricity.
To same car. Yeah. Look at this.
Yeah, it's a metropolis. Yeah.
This technology, this type of hydro technology.
Yeah. I get the image of like a triangle and kind of like the structure itself. And I'm just going to draw it, and I don't know what that looks like, but it's kind of like I can hear place of quarantine is what I'm hearing, actually, because it's like an island and you go to this like small island before you go to the bigger island, kind of like Ellis Island in America. So you'd go to that island. So it's like a quarantine area before you go to the bigger island, because they had issues with scarlet fever and all of that sort of stuff. And this is the image that I'm getting of look at this. This is the structure image I'm getting of this place. And I wonder about it.
And then this card, look. Wait.
Yazora no Kunshu, covert programs, yeah. It's all around it. Unfortunately, all around this hidden archaeology are things, places, yeah.
Yeah, and again, look, I pull it again.
Espionage. Well, they're trying to espionage. They just stopped us yesterday.
Programs again. Yeah, they just keep doing it.
Yeah,
okay, now let me get some other cards here.
I feel like we are protected by the mermaids. She says that she's a guide and she will be guiding us. We're being watched, what we're watching, because there are those places around. But I can see, I was trying to get the name of it before, not UFOs, underwater UFOs, USO, or is that what they're calling them now?
USOs,
yeah, USO. USO is what I'm getting quite strong. Yesterday, we did connect to a non-human intelligence in regards to the area, an amphibioid kind of creature, amphibian / reptilian mixture of beings that have been there for since time incarnate, I can hear, have been in operation, excuse me, in operation there. That's what I can hear. They have been seen. We know that they have been seen, these amphibioid beings. If I was to look at the back of them, they look like what you'd imagine is a primordial kind of dragon-like thing.
Yeah, I wanted to try to make one on the AI, but I didn't get to it because the AI kept screwing up me making my cards. It wasn't getting the letters correctly in the right color. I mean, I had to do it over and over because I forgot to put an apostrophe S after my name. And, you know, AI doesn't always do what you want. At least ChatGPT, even when you pay for it, doesn't always, it just wears you out after a while. Like, oh my God, really? This again. I said, I want this picture here, that there. Don't change anything else. Don't change the text. What does it do? It changes everything. Then I have to redo it. It's like, oh my God.
So these amphibioid I can't even say the word. Amphibious beings have got like webbed hands. That's one of the back, like a back of it, like a dragon kind of thing. But it's more like that's mixed with more of a humanoid kind of creature.
Oh my God, look at these two cards I just got in my other deck. It's called the snail and the huckleberry and the eel and the something.
That would be about right.
Don't even worry about the other, just the fact about the snail and the eel. And I was saying I was feeling eel and slugs type of creature with octopus amphibian type of a reptilian thing.
Yeah. I wonder if that being was created in this lab and somehow has gotten out or got out, because I can hear that has been there since time immemorial. Like, when you think about it, is Lemuria about 32,000 years ago? It's around that period, give or take a couple of thousand.
So they say.
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
It's kind of like that. I feel like it's a place of high learning. Weirdly, I just got this.
Doesn't mean anything when we get outside a certain thing.
Yeah. It's very strange. I'm now looking at this structure and I'm going, was that floating? Was that floating?
Tilt it down so the lighting, because I can't see. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's a structure. I mean, I can draw more into it. It's pretty straightforward. Feels like a lab. Feels science. Feels like experimentation. Chimeras. But is that Lemuria or Atlantis? It's like floating strangely. Is it Atlantean? Is it Lemurian? It's neither. It's neither one. But is it before that time? It's before that time. Is it before Atlantis, before Lemuria, around the same time? Oh, is there another place called Mu?
Mu, I was going to say that. Yes, Mu.
So it's not Lemuria, it's not Atlantis, it's Mu, but they're also doing stuff. Strange.
Because it
Strange.
probably connects to off-world things.
Yeah, right. Okay. So that's why the non-human, we're doing things separately and then kind of bringing them in to figure it out. All right. Mars, yeah. Because Mars at that period of time may have been, I don't know when the cataclysm happened
Yeah,
on
Mars
Mars.
had water at one time.
Yeah.
They destroyed the atmosphere on Mars.
Yes.
Mars was supposed to be a habitable planet until they wrecked it.
Yes. Yeah. Was that humans? Because they seem to have a habit of doing it, don't they?
Yeah.
Those silly. Yeah, so sad, but it's true. You see the same sort of, we're on that brink now of that. Is the environment going to be destroyed? The water.
Yes.
And the environment with the data centers, it's like, do we really have to? Why is technology placed up on such a pedestal? Because it's about power and control. I feel like they give an AI to us to play with, to the everyday people, and they keep the sentient AI that knows all or pretends to know all. Now that everyone's on their phones and online, you may as well just like hand over
See
your
this one?
power and information. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, Looking Glass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is similar to what I
Yeah.
was talking about before with the Chromacast
Yeah.
on Lemuria. Yes, I don't know. Let's keep, do you want to keep on going? I feel like I want to go to this dome, right? So there's a
Yeah, I saw
dome.
that dome. What I got last night when I looked at that dome,
Yeah.
I saw that that dome is like some kind of electromagnetic frequency. It's the way that it spins. It's almost like in Harry Potter and in Doctor Strange, where they're able to create it through some kind of geometric, I don't know exactly what they do, but it becomes like electromagnetic. And the way it spins, that's how it keeps things in or out. But then there's a way to pass through it. You know, that certain beings have the ability to go through that.
Yes, I agree with that actually. Up the top of the dome, and I'm just trying to do a bit of a drawing of it. So this is the dome. It's like a city I'm looking over. It's got like a whole city if we were to look into, but here it's like a bright light, and I've seen it a few times. Where you go into this part in the top here, like interdimensionally, and that's where the mermaids go. And I'm going to get taken down into it, and I'm just going to have a look. Hang on. You've got to leave like energy behind when you go into it. So it's like a portal and it's going around and around, and she's swimming. Wish I could give you the imagery of it. I do have the mermaid. She's swimming. Imagine her going into the dome. Off she goes into the dome. I'm just going to have a look. She says to me a different time and a different place. We're going to a different time and a different place. And I mean, is it interdimensional, between dimensions? Like a pocket reality, she says. Like a
Yeah.
pocket reality. We are safe here. All the souls that they tried to hurt, all the devastation that the humans put the mermaids through, there was a place for us. The whales and the dolphins are still connected to us. It's a very bright place. It's like their version of, I feel like heaven
Here's a
or
beautiful place in this card. The dragonfly and the pansy. Something about dragonflies. See that?
a place where we can be safe. It comes in mythology, like you see the mermaids in underwater in their own city. It's like it's yeah, a true thing. It's like a pocket reality. This is fascinating. Um, we wanted to go to hidden archaeology off the coast of Japan, and we've got this whole thing happening with mermaids and chimeras. Do you say chimera or Crimea?
Chimera. And
Chimera.
what came last night too is that when they do whatever they're doing in these
Yeah,
labs and in these bunkers and in these whatever these places are, these places under the water, they're screwing up the caloric, on the physical, the physical
yeah,
bases. They're screwing things up, which is adding to the ring of fire stuff with the volcano and all that. So any testing they
yeah.
do, if they do any testing, it's actually activating that volcano because it's doing this to the ground underneath.
Yeah, I'm
On the
feeling
physical.
that's the area of contention, and I could actually got a little bit of V2K then. That was like, you're not allowed to talk about technology. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was like you're getting close. No,
Don't
no,
say.
no. Yeah, basically. If you control the grid lines, you control the earth.
I'm
And
seeing
that's all I'm going to
submarines.
say about that.
I'm seeing like submarines there is what I'm seeing. Submarines and in this timeline, like for real
Yeah.
subs and stuff like that,
Yeah, I do feel, and I think what the kickback we got was from Russian, because they have uh psychics
remote
that work,
viewers like,
yeah, remote viewers. And
like
so we
Tim
got,
Riffat and Ed Dames, were trained to work with that type of remote viewers.
it's like I feel like
I don't
they
even want to
know
say
one.
it because it's actually making me sick. So clear this. It's
Yes.
time for
Anyway,
bubbles.
clear
I
it.
can't
Just
even.
it's just basically saying the warning is don't go there. So we could say,
No.
is it from our angelics, our guides telling us to not go there? But far out, we're like, let's just go have a look at some hidden archaeology, and then discover that there are other hidden things there that uh
There's a reason
yeah,
things like that are interested in that stuff under the water because what's there before that the submarines and things are interested in that area. That's what we want to look at,
yeah,
not the submarines, but why
yeah,
is everybody interested in these ancient
they
areas? There's
really
a reason.
are. um okay,
I
very
think
good,
there's an
thank
inner
you.
Earth gate, is what I was seeing last night. I'm getting that again now.
Oh,
There's a
very
gate.
good. Okay, so that's what the dome and the light, then she's taking me through a portal, but it is to their pocket reality. But
And that comes out on the other side of Antarctica, is what I'm seeing. Ooh, yeah.
there's just way too many there's way too much involvement. It reminds me of Antarctica, where it's divided up into Russia, China, Australia, America, England. It's all divided up and divvied up there because of access to the
Oh,
inner earth, right? And hidden archaeology storm, yeah, sort of
step
saying,
into your sovereignty. I like that because this stuff with the storm, see, because there's something to do with electricity with this. That hydroelectricity thing again that we've
yeah.
discovered before.
There's something very special when you go into the waters in Hawaii, and Jason would know this. There's a
Mm-hmm.
special kind of light that happens. Oh, this is what I was picking up in the kitchen yesterday. The degrees and this is why it's special, right? I do feel like a jump room or a stargate, not portal, but stargate is the word. So it's a state. That's why there's so many. It's a stargate. It's not just a portal. It's a place. Yeah, it's a stargate
There's
actually.
a
Uh,
corporate thing going on in that area too.
yeah, I mean, it's all related. There's a lot there. Who would have thought that we would just let's go off the coast of Japan and have a look at some hidden archaeology? And we're like, no, don't go there. This is not happening. This is just look at this one. But I feel like we're okay. It's just like, yeah, we can feel the gag.
And I can feel
No,
my dream. Like, okay, I don't know. It feels like
It was a
something is
warning.
ramping up. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know.
Oh, I wanted to say the lateral and degree. So there's on the line of the 33 parallel. So that's what I was hearing in the kitchen yesterday was the 33 parallel. There's all along the 33 parallel on the Earth is Giza and other places of high archaeology, right? You'll see that. So some reason I got 55 and 33 are the two numbers. So I don't know if I could look at
and
like
I
the
got
grid.
this in my rooms, and Issa is about things being frozen. It's about the ice, frozen memory. That place froze as well underneath. Something froze and was like locked in time, and it's like petrified underneath the ocean. There's a petrified something.
Okay.
Like there's petrified wood, or there's ice ages under the ocean. There was like an ice thing, because
Okay.
maybe that was like Antarctica's where it is now, but the poles, everything was in different places as far as poles and different things, and how it connects to Polaris. Like, so what was north was south one time, and what was west was east, and then it moves around. That's kind of what I'm seeing. So there was a time period that there was something to do with ice.
There is something to do with the parallels. The 55th parallel south and minor outlying oceans in Oceania is what I'm hearing. And that's because you asked why the Stargate, or why we asked why that place is so special. And it is to do with the parallels.
Yeah.
Places of high tectonic also have high, it's like
You mean like
piezoelectricity.
parallel Earth kind of thing?
No, the actual parallel.
Oh, the
Like you got
parallels, like the 33rd parallel.
Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of
Tropic
blah
of
blah blah.
Capricorn stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, latitude, right? And I'm
Changes
just
in
trying to.
attitudes, changes in latitudes, like that song. Changes in attitudes, changes in latitudes. Nothing remains quite the same. Back to Jimmy Buffett and that Margaritaville cruise.
Okay, it passes through the Atlantic Ocean, Indian, and the Pacific. It crosses the southernmost points of South America. It won't give me it. But there's something to do with that. There's something to do with the 33 and the 55. I was like, why am I getting those numbers? They add to 88. And I was like, I think it's yeah, there is something to it. I've just heard it. Places of high tectonic, places of high technology. It's like you can harness that. And like, the Schumann resonance, and you'll have in certain parts of the world, like you'll have certain stargates, right? There's something there. It's under the ocean. We harness the technology again. The dome, I feel like there is a dome and it's real, like in this reality. Like if not sort of under an underground thing. Yeah. When we got told we can't go really in there, of course. But yeah, it's coming up for a reason. It's like they know of these places of that have ancient technology, and I wonder about that. Whether if there's still, like in the Bermuda Triangle, you'll have that there's a pyramid there that's still active, and so it still affects the sky and the planes that go over it, and it takes you into a time-space continuum, a different place, parallel reality, or wherever it takes you. This one's different. This one, did you say into the inner earth? It feels like it does take you somewhere inside or under. That's the feeling I'm getting. It's like you go there, you go through a stargate, but you go inside something.
This is what the Yeyama Islands look like from the air. This is it, because I wanted to see.
Oh, okay. So that's the place. It's an island.
Well, one of them. This is part of it. What's called the Yeyama Islands. This which is, I've not really looked at this, but here's another pot. Remember we said we were picking up something to do with an island. Look at it. It almost looks like a mermaid tail. There's more than one. These are the whole thing of Okinawa and all these places are called the Yaeyama Islands, where we're looking. The four main islands, the map of the four main islands in Japan is. Oh, wait a minute here.
I'm just trying to see about the 33 parallel or something. Don't know.
See, Okinawa is like a, it's sort of like, it's not exactly an island, it's like a peninsula. And Hiroshima and is not that far from there. And Fukushima, where's that? You know, so we got to think of all these things. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Fukushima. This is nuclear stuff again, right?
Yeah, it's like, why do they continuously have this nuclear disasters in these areas?
Here's like, I'm trying to pull a map up and it's not even letting me stay on that map. Can you see that?
Yeah, I know. I keep on doing the map things here. 33 parallel north crosses the southern part of Japan. There you go. Specifically touching parts of Kyushu and nearby islands. I knew it had something to do with and because we got the answer why that place on the earth.
Yeah.
And it is to do with that southern part of Japan, the 33 parallel. And why do they, on the northern 33 parallel, do we have places like Giza? And it's like they're all harnessing.
And this is the way they dress.
The energy there.
These type of Japanese people, look, they are dressed like this.
Yeah.
Yaeyama Islands.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Okay, so atomic bombings, conspiracy and esoteric theories often note that the 33 parallel north connects locations tied to the atomic age, passing near both Nagasaki, Japan, and the White Sands, Los Alamos testing sites in the United States.
Los Alamos, isn't that weird? Oh, God.
Yeah, so the 33 parallel, I believe, holds areas of high significance on the Earth that are either stargates, not just, see, portals can shift and change, right? In natural places, they open, they close. They're not always stable and the same, if you know what I mean, right?
It says 32 instead of 33, but it's just got like a 7 and what all these symbols are, I don't know.
It's Japanese.
Yeah.
Hiragana, katakana. Right, it actually is a date of July, right? Is that July? Is it saying a date?
Could be.
Yeah. I don't know. I did study some. But yeah, there's an answer there. The 33 parallel. Right. There's a high significance. There's a lot of places there. Why would they be there?
Here's a video
of
that whole area, Yaeyama, the ocean.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's look at the sharks are calling me. Bear totally relate to Bumblebee. I wonder if Mr. Miyagi, Mr. Miyagi from Karate Kid. I love that show.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we've got a place of high significance. I feel
there's
like
an observatory. There's the Unarizaki Observatory. Okay.
Yeah. So what else do you feel like into the place? So we've got the parallel is important, and that's why there's some sort of a stargate there. It does, when you go in there, it
feels like a birthing center. Like this is actually, you know how the Appalachian Mountains are, like they say, the oldest mountains? Well, at one point, I get this was older, but it was terraformed, and now it's going through a new cycle of birthing again because that phoenix rising out of the ashes, it's that volcanic energy, and that area has gone to such ash that now there's maybe some other type of volcano that's under the water that hasn't even started forming yet. in the
Yeah,
Ring
well, I
of Fire.
definitely feel that in the Pacific. I've been picking up on it for years and years, over a decade. I keep on seeing a continent coming up in the
That's
Pacific.
right. That's a better way of saying it. I couldn't
Yeah.
get those words.
Well, you have a volcano, right? That's the lava and lava. That's how Hawaii is formed, right? That's what they say. It's like, and then you have the island, right? So that's happening or will be happening in the next following couple of years, I feel, as more
and I get that this is the area
volatility
where it's going to
in
be
the
happening.
area.
Somewhere near this Japan place. I don't know how far Japan is from Hawaii. I need to look
Not
that
too
up.
far. It's about the same. It takes both 9 hours to fly from Hawaii and Japan or Hong Kong. Yeah. So it's, I think, half a span across the ocean. It's not too far. A couple of thousand, 1,000 kilometers. Is it? Find out.
It's about 6,100 to 6,200 kilometers. It takes about 8.5 to 9.5 hours from Honolulu to Tokyo.
Flying. That's yeah. Well, that's a big amount. So that's a triangle. It's pretty far away then. But
it's no further than flying like from here to the UK. From here, it'd probably take about 5 hours to fly. It's longer to fly to Hawaii from where I am than it is from like Hawaii to Japan.
I want to go back to the investigation of Lemuria, Atlantis, and Mu. I think Mu is quite significant because it's like, no, everyone just focuses on Atlantis and Lemuria, but there is another continent, Mu. And it's like all the Polynesian area, Easter Island, Hawaii. So you're picking up on that. And this place, I feel, is a place of high significance for that continent. That's what I'm feeling. And the rising, just let me finish this last little bit, right? The rising of Mu again will be significant on this planet. As the rising of this continent comes forth, there will be more hidden archaeology from the deepest parts of the oceans that will rise and be seen. Yeah. It's that last little bit.
Look at this picture of what they say Mu is. The map looks very similar to the Ring of Fire map. See that?
Oh, wow. How interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's bigger, though.
Who is Mu? Is it James Churchward who was Mu, who wrote about Mu?
I don't know.
Yes, James Churchward.
Okay.
A writer who popularized the shape of Mu in 1927 books of the Golden Age. Yeah, so this is what he thought Mu looked like.
Right. Yes, in the middle of there you go, in the Pacific Ocean. I feel sort of
dizzy feeling this now. Like, why is it like I feel like it's almost like the water has a different quality, almost like it's air. It's water, but instead of feeling heavy, the water has a different quality, like almost like you fly through the water. You fly through it instead of just swim. More like a manta ray. I'm feeling like the manta rays coming in now. That the manta rays are like ships, but they're plasma ships that looks like a manta ray.
Right. Well, maybe they had flying technologies like USOs there in that place. I mean, I know the Polynesians like literally swim on the top of whales. Like Whale Rider is a beautiful movie from New Zealand. And mantas and the ocean world is such a high importance in regards to Polynesian culture. Mu, I feel like, is like the motherland for them. Yeah. And obviously it had high technology as well. We don't really talk about Mu very much. I knew it wasn't Atlantis, it wasn't Lemuria, but it felt like it was close. But then when we said Mu, it was like, yes, that feels right. And there you go. And you wonder how they got the images of the continents there. Did they have to go under hypnosis to get it? Do you know what I'm saying? Because it was 1926. That's around the time of Freud and hypnosis. And I feel like they've got it from maybe being under hypnosis, right?
That's one of the cards I made, the Rapanui people, because it's like these gods are in stasis under the sea. They're like, and in the rocks. So I'm getting they're under the water and they're on land.
I keep on getting more images, not a joke. Eric says, I keep seeing mountains that are extremely important here. And there were lots of Japanese that lived in Hawaii prior to World War II.
Right.
Wow. Hi, everyone.
Hello. Hello to the new people just joining.
So what time is it there, Missy? Is it the afternoon?
It's night. It's 10:09 at night.
Oh, really? Are you tired?
Little bit.
It's 12:09 here, in the middle of the day, you know. But yeah, I don't know how long we've been going for, but we've got a few nuggets of information.
Does anybody have any questions for us in the chat?
Yeah.
This is a different kind of session we're doing because I feel it's like almost like so out there. Like it's like, I don't know. It's just
different. Yeah. Well, I'm all about being a first person to do stuff, you know, like a pioneer. All about that, you know. Because people don't tend to talk about Mu very much. I feel like if I was to look at their clothing, there's something similar about the archaeology and the Mayans or Peruvians as well. Because when I'm looking at that pyramid that I drew, it's kind of like a pyramid that I drew before. There's something very Mayan about it. And I wonder about the people. Do you know what I mean? Like you can imagine that sort of on the top, even like a mesa. There's something Mesoamerican, and I wonder when Mu went down that the Mesoamericans or Native Americans went to or populated America. Yeah, because Turtle Island is coming up. That's going down. Turtle Island's coming up. You know what I mean? Like a feeling, because when I'm looking at clairvoyantly the fashion of what they're wearing, it's very much Mesoamerican. They got the big hats.
Yeah, that's what I showed you the picture too.
Yeah, and the clothing, that's like very much Maori culture a bit as well. You've got the cloaks that go over, that's black and white and feathers. There's a link there from what I can see. I knew it wasn't Lemuria or Atlantis, but it had a vibe about it. Why are the labs there? Did they do it as well? Were they all competing with each other to kind of be the first one to create a new species or something? Because historically, mostly we've been told that that's an Atlantean thing. And Lemurians didn't really get into that. They were high spiritual and high technology, but technology in balance with spirituality, right? Atlantean, unethical because of the chimeras and high technology, and then they end up, you know, exploding their
because
own
they
island.
were more in the mental and less emotional, and it was more, I guess, a little bit more masculine dominant, less feminine because it wasn't in balance. And
Lemuria is more feminine. Matriarchal. But Mu is a whole different other cultural kind of thing, but they've still, why is this lab there? What's that about? Is it a different era? I'm curious about it now. Are you not curious about it? Let's go.
Yeah.
I feel like there is or was a Stargate, 2 different planets there. That's the main significance of this. What about the labs? Why did we get the labs? Why did we get the mermaid? Because the mermaid wanted to highlight that actually happened. But is it a part of Mu? It was a part of Mu. Was Mu and Atlantis kind of in cahoots with each other? Yeah, I wonder about that. I wonder. I don't think this has ever been really investigated. No one goes into Mu, really.
There's also Hyperborea too. There's probably
which is another era, right? Another era before
there's different eras that they all kind of dissolve into each other. That's what I get.
Yeah,
they
well, it's like
into each other. It's sort of like
it's like if we were looking at like Australia. Oh, why is Australia so similar to America? And we're investigating from the past, but actually we share a lot of similarities because we're basically in the same time period, similar fashion. And this is like Mu and Atlantis. Same fashion, they're trading goods with each other, they're trading technology, they're working together on these chimeras, I feel. And I feel like that's somehow a downfall of Mu as well. And I'm feeling a little bit sick as I say it. It's like no one's really highlighted it or talked about it. You know what I'm saying?
I hear something about Mu being connected to Pangea, and Pangea is when everything was connected, and maybe why it got disconnected is because of this technology that they did that ruined the firmament, you know, where the firmament, they say the sky was at one time, it was pink, right? Now the color of the blue sky is changing to a pretty blue, but supposedly not good because of the fact that the moisture is being sucked out of the air. But if everything was connected at once through Pangea, was it this technology that shifted this tectonic plates during this making of land chimeras? What do you think of that concept? Land chimeras. Oh my God, I'm getting the.
Well, yeah, well, you've got the pan, you've got the goat mixed with the man, you've got it's all in our mythology as well, the griffin, you've got the lion with a man, and there's a phoenix, or there's like an eagle that's half eagle, half man. You know, there's all of that chimeras, right?
Yeah, right.
I can feel it's like, let's not repeat the history, the past. History has been repeated. They don't do so much. It's more.
Well, you know what, land chimeras, here's an interesting thing of land chimeras, like hybridization of fruits and vegetables, hybridization of animals. Like even here, we have something called kudzu that's not supposed to be here. Guess where it's from? It's from Japan. And so are the stink bugs, and they're not supposed to be in Western North Carolina, and it takes over. What we're looking at now, the beauty of this earth, what I'm seeing, hearing, feeling, is that this is nothing compared to the original beauty of what this earth was.
Yeah.
You know, when people knew how to blend the recipe properly, I guess. Something about the recipe being, because if you distort the recipe and you get too much of one ingredient, you start creating things that are in places where they shouldn't be.
How's this? Matt's just put something up. I feel like there's something with it. Okay, let's go to.
Why is it not staying up?
I don't know. I felt Mu and Atlantis worked together after the war for survival, and Mu saved the money assets to the backside of the moon from the Vatican location for transport. Hey, all much rock and roll. That's interesting. I think that's really interesting, actually. What he said. It's like it's a working together for their assets and technology. So they're like covering each other's asses. That's what I feel. You know, like our countries do now. You know, what do we call our Five Eyes?
And they keep it all from us. You know.
Yeah.
They don't let us know anything.
I'm quite surprised about the Mu.
And here we go again. It's all corporate.
Yeah. I'm quite surprised about it because you don't really hear much about Mu, but Mu is very interesting. It's also trading with Lemuria, but Lemuria feels very closed. I mean, Lemuria feels like quarantine, and you know how I said there was a dome around it? I feel closed about it. Yeah.
Look what these people are. They're architects of illusion.
Yeah.
And I say people, not necessarily people, beings, whatever they are, architects of illusion. And like I said, these things dissolve into each other. Like maybe they wanted to keep Lemuria more tribal as an experiment. That was it. That was actually part of the experiment, allowing it to be tribal when they had tech. They've always had tech. To think that
Eric wanted me to
they
hold the
haven't had
picture
tech
longer.
is they've always had it. Yeah, we might lose it for a little bit supposedly, but you know what? It's like Star Wars. We've always had tech, always. That's what I'm hearing. I feel it in every
Yeah.
fiber of my being. I'm getting
Yeah.
chills. We have always had the tech, always.
Yeah. So cloning is obviously like hundreds of years ahead than what we're being told. I mean, everyone's kind of, you can use your brain and figure that out. Like we've already picked up on that with it, Frankenstein, just
In the
summarizing
Bible,
what
they
we,
talked about it when with the flood.
yeah.
Are they going to actually have animals go on a boat? Or are they going to
Yeah.
put that DNA in a test tube?
Yes, that's right. I've always thought that, like you put seeds or plants into a chamber or to a place, it's not going to take up the whole space. And the ship, Noah's Ark, is that not a UFO? Is that not technology? Because we picked up USO, that there's underwater UFOs.
And if there's a boat too, that's a decoy, but that's not necessarily what it really is, because everything's a cult. You know, everything.
Going back also, because I was about to finish it before the conversation, was like the hybridization, but the hybridization with non-human entities is what I got. So we went from working with the animals on the planet, then we moved into obviously hybridization with humans and non-human intelligence. And there's something about that. There is something about that. I don't know what the link is, but I feel like it's a time thing. Like we hear about hybrid children and the hybridization program here behind the scenes. And the Greys coming in and giving that technology and saying, hey, you guys are being this is so basic what you're doing. We've got like the higher tech.
And we've got pictures of it, like with Horus, Isis. I mean, people could say that's like shape shifting. I mean, there's that element too, but is it actually really the chimeras? Is that what they're showing us? That if somebody has a bird head, or Bastet, you know, which is like the cat goddess, what is it?
Okay, there's comments. Eric says, let's put this up. Show if it's going to say up. Was Mu, Lemuria, and Atlantis or some combo of this civilization competing with each other like an armor race, i.e. a science tech race, including biological stuff like chimeras?
It could possibly be what you want to douse that, since you got the things.
I already felt like Atlantis and Mu are working together. I don't feel like Lemuria works with either of them. That's my feeling.
But Lemuria, I'm getting, was a like
Lemuria.
They wanted them more tribal as an experiment. That was
Lemuria's working with off-worlders and Pleiadians, kind of like working with higher off-worlders. It's like a higher tier civilization.
Atlantis and Lemuria came out of Mu too at the same time, as both things are true, dissolving into each other. But the tribalness of Lemuria is almost like an experiment. Like what's going to do better? How what's going to win in the end, the tribal or the technology? And it sure looks like the technology's winning, doesn't it?
Well, I feel like Lemuria's definitely got tech, because I remember that we had tech there. We had
different kind of tech, though.
Yeah, we didn't have tech like messy, because this is unethical. What's the point of having chimeras? What is the point of that? There's no spiritual reason or ethical reason why you'd want to persist that. You're playing God in not a good way. So what's the point? I get a bit passionate about it.
I see Lemuria as sort of like Avatar, where they're able to touch that tree and get the information when their tail connects to the tree, and how the trees, the mycelium all connects. You know, the trees talk to each other, the tree roots talk to each other, and everybody's telepathic because they're connecting to that tree, and that's how and that's where they get their energy, and they don't need electricity because everything is sort of bioluminescent. I see like a bioluminescence too with Lemuria. What do you think?
Yes.
And that's like the tech. It's like an organic type of tech.
Yes.
Which is part of the experiment, though. Like, are we going to have the tech inside of us or outside of us? And maybe Mu had both. They had the inside and the outside because it was so far advanced over anything. So then the experiment is, let's separate this out more. Let's separate the organic tech from the tech that's more outside, mental, working with crystals like telekinesis and having crystals do the work, because that's really what destroyed Atlantis. It was misuse of the crystal energy.
Crystal tech. So it's an ethical and a perspective. So Lemuria had technology, but they were like, what's the point of using this in that way? There'd be questions about why. And if we are to raise our consciousness, it's about the inner world, not the external world. There was more of a focus of technology with the Atlanteans because they thought that they could gain power through technology, whereas Lemurians we gain power through our spiritual awareness, our inner world.
I think Lemurians knew they were ultimately the power to begin with when they connect with everything as a whole instead of splitting it out. Like if they connect with Yggdrasil, the world tree, they connect with it, their power comes from the one, because they realize even though they're a separate identity, they're still part of the one. Oh yeah, there she is. For those just joining, here's the mermaid.
We thought it was very unfair the way that they use technology to splice and dice sentient beings such as dolphins and other fish and mix them with humans. What was the point of that? It only hurt so many, and many died. So there is another replay, the mermaid's saying, in your current time with this. But instead of doing it out in the open like they did in Atlantis, they know to keep it hidden and to keep it secret from the general population. But they do wave it in front of your eyes. Hence what we talked about with Dolly. And I know it's controversial and people don't want to see it, that their favorite people are clones. Oh, mermaid. Because you're not really a clone. You're kind of a splice and dice of two different species, aren't you? It's a sadness there, I feel. It's got a bit of sadness about it. Like, what's the point?
Yeah,
are we going to go through this lesson again? It feels like a Atlantean, Lemurian, and Mu. Let's not forget Mu. Okay, obviously, this has come up for us to highlight Mu as well.
Yeah.
Because it feels like I feel like Mu's got it's the mermaid stuff. Maybe it starts on Mu and then goes to Atlantis. Learning the lessons of the past so we may not repeat them again. That's what it feels like. I don't know. What do you feel?
Yeah.
Hey.
I think so. She's cute.
I've got to color it in over here, Feels weird. What's going on? There's a weirdness. What is it? Weird. It's like we can't, we're being observed and we're getting, it's like I get sort of like covered. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like I want to get the next thing, but it's like, no, you can't go there.
I'm getting no more.
Yeah.
Just sit with the whole Lemuria versus Atlantis. And I don't want to be either or. Lemuria versus Atlantis. That's like red versus blue, or masculine versus feminine, or the north versus south, because you know what, that split,
that's really interesting,
which came from Mu, that split is as ripples in our timeline right now, because that whole dolly piece brought up the split between the needlecraft and the non-needlecraft.
Yeah, that's right. What was the motivation to push the tech? Do they have a market to sell it? That's a good question. Like, were they trying to make super soldiers? That's a really good point, right? You know what I'm saying?
That I feel there has always been some sort of currency, but not necessarily money. There's always been an exchange, but not money in the way we do it. So yes, and currency means the sea, the current in the sea.
Oh, wow. It's true. It's all maritime law. That's right. It all comes from that. I feel like energetically we're kind of being stopped from seeing anything further. Yeah, of course.
Remember you mentioned that Black Pyramid before?
Yeah.
The Orion Syndicate. This even goes into the Orion Wars.
Orion Wars, yeah. That's it, exactly. When you said it, I got the Orion Wars.
Yeah.
And trading with tech.
Why do we only see the Orion Wars as fire? Maybe it's fire and ice. Maybe it's fire and water. Why are we? I always see it as like these wars as fire. But
it comes to the planet. Water. Those battle stars, they're out in space and then they come to the planet. It literally is like Star Wars, and they're shooting things in the forest and things are running away, and it's about claiming those places of high tech.
But have you always seen those wars as like dry and no water? But there's water, and that's what they're fighting.
There's waters on different planets. Like that, I was on. Okay, I go into my past lives. I am on Malduk on a planet, right, between Mars and Saturn. Is that right? And that planet is very lava-like. It's like we've got our own kind of dome and atmosphere there that's created. It's very like lava. There's heaps of lava tubes there. There's not a lot of water there. We have to have water to survive. It's like we have technology that's used to create water from the air. It's really high tech, but it's a very cold and energetically, it's not like light and bright like Lemuria. It's like Atlantis, but on steroids. It's really dark. Yeah.
So there's that whole thing with taking water out of the atmosphere again.
Yeah.
That's already happened. You know, like extracting the waters from the atmosphere, the waters above. Remember, in the Bible, it talked about separating the waters from the waters. The firmament is the waters above. And when they stopped spraying, like last year, there was like a month or so, the government was shut down. I really felt like I was starting to see the waters above. There was something in the sky, and maybe that's part of why they spray, because there's stuff that they don't want you to see up there.
I feel they're trying to stop the raising of the consciousness on this planet. And when they use aluminium and all of that, it stops the rays of the sun. And how this planet is ascending is with the electromagnetic light from the sun that is shifting this planet and everyone on it, by the way.
Miles said that the sun is actually changing its heat index in Kelvin. It's going into the blue light spectrum.
Yeah, I feel.
That's why it feels toxic. The sun doesn't feel good to me. It feels like it's burning.
Yeah, it's plasma. So when you go towards the sun, it's not like the heat, it's a plasma. And that's why it's a portal and you can go through it to another solar system, actually. From what I've
Michelle
gathered.
And I just talked about that, going through the sun.
Right.
The pyramid in the sun and going through the sun.
Yeah. What's everyone talking about? Let's not forget how many inventors say the idea seemed downloaded into them. Yes, exactly. This is probably why the information is important. I don't usually see why I see these things, but it'd be better for a good reason. That looks true, Eric. And Matt's something about Gray's. Gray's fixing tech to us to steer us, i.e. crafts computer chips. Yeah, if this is even true, planning the direction of our future tech.
Keep talking amongst yourselves for a minute. I want to check something. I'll be
right back. Well, it does seem to be the greys have influenced our planet in more ways than not. I feel like the influence has been here for millennia, not just with the greys. I feel because of the Orion Wars, the reptilian greys and others like mantas and etc. Nordics. Let's keep it going on. They're all factions of the Orion Wars. There's factions, right? And they've held this planet in a sort of a prison of the mind for a very, very long time. This is why they don't like psychics. They don't like what we're doing, even though we're not going into too much of the technology, because there's actually further technology here that we've been sort of not suppressed but veiled from seeing. I can see it's like we're being observed, and I can see a few people and they're just kind of stopping us from going any further with it. Like, what is the point, right? Okay, so you got chimeras. What is chimeras? What is the point of that? To create the most optimal human. So they've gone into hybridization. So that's mixing DNA with human tech. And they say it's so you have psionic abilities, remote viewing abilities that are a higher level. You're right. I always wondered if I was a hybrid myself, but there is some sort of surrogate program when it comes to SSP. And, if you've got memories of it, as myself and others have, there is an aspect of that. So that I feel is that hybridization is a more balanced and more aligned, like spiritually, if you want to say that, or ethically, because it's like we want to expand human consciousness, right? There's still that fight going on. We've got, what I'm thinking of, like dogmen, like werewolves and stuff like that, cryptids, that are found to be blended with to make the perfect super soldier, right? It's like we've got multiple sort of parallel realities happening all at once. Yeah. Talking about hybridization and hey, Arthur.
And look, as promised.
Give me some sea salt. I do feel like when I connect back to that mermaid, because it has a theme of the mermaid, now that you put the sea salt there, it's just like highlighting unethical biological interventions, highlighting it. Oh my God, eating it.
I told you.
He's got it in his mouth. He's like, that's hilarious. What's this? They have always had 5 or more purposes for what they do. Cover story and the hidden reasons. Yeah. Like all cell phone tales, for example. Yes, exactly. Can you imagine that these dark beings do the same crap with the same game plan on planet after planet? Yeah.
Look at this.
They do. It's just going crazy for it.
Have you wondered,
I've never seen a cat eat
seaweed. It's called gimme.
Gimme.
Yummy, yummy. Give me seaweed.
Well, yeah, I really like that point that Eric said, right? Yeah, give me sea salt. There's always like multiple reasons for certain things, right? We're given the cover story, but there's like another whole reason for it.
Oh my
it's
God.
like basically playing God. They want to play God. They want to create their own species of advanced beings. Yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting though. What did we come to the point today? There's a lot going on under there. Then obvious on us land dwellers. There's energies that don't want us looking there. So we were only really able to look at the hidden archaeology that took us to Mu. So we're surmising there is definitely chimeras, and the mermaid wanted to highlight that the cloning tech, a chimera tech, and the unethicalness of it. And highlighted the fact that it's still going on to this day, that it's still hidden. So instead of being out in the open like they were there, and I can actually hear that the beings were actively walking around. I can actually see, like, the goat man with the goat feet and like with the upper body, like Sagittarius, right, with the arrow. I feel like he's just walking around. town. Like there's walking around Metropolis. Like, yep, okay, that's who I am. What do they call those beings? The Sagittarius, you know?
I can't
Pan?
think.
Pan.
Pan, yeah, Pan. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric
Cool.
wants to know how much is a baggie of seaweed go for these days? Lol.
I don't know. I got this at Costco, but you can also get it at Trader Joe's. But this one he likes. Here.
It's his catnip. It's his catnip. Yum yum
Yeah,
yum.
he's a hoot. That is, he's crazy. You're gonna show people again here. Look, he's gonna
100 to 200 an ounce, Jason says. Oh my God, look at it. You can't get enough of it.
He's purring so nice.
You know, it's made me think of something. Like, is it like to make these beings the way that they are, is it like a nutritional thing? Like, what do they eat? Do mermaids then don't have to eat as much because they have half a fish tail? They eat seaweed instead? I don't know.
Maybe.
Like back in the day, back in those times, it would be more like, so these beings don't take our resources and have to eat bread and grain like humans do. You know, they eat a lot, these humans. They take a lot of water. I don't know. It's always for labor force or something, you know, like. It's hilarious.
Do you like it, Arthur? Is this your weed? Your catnip?
Your catnip.
Purring? He's purring so nice. It's crazy.
He loves it. Here. Cool. Okay. Well, it feels like we've rounded up the session today.
Yeah, I felt this was important to anchor with the seaweed because it's nori, and that's from Japan.
That's true. I do have some in the cupboard.
He's going to town on this stuff. Yeah, he loves it. Oh my God. Let me have some. This is also.
I put a little bit of pink in my hair today, so we're part of the pink hair cult. It's a slight pink look. See, it's slightly pink.
Oh, I can see that now.
Yeah, slightly pink. Yeah. The pink hair cult.
By the way, seaweed is very good for the thyroid for entertainment purposes only.
That's what I hear. We're not giving any medical advice or diagnosis in any way, shape, or form. Yes, disclaimer. Okay, well, moo came up. I've never really focused on moo before.
Me neither.
You wonder, like, it's so unfair that they do have information. It annoys me that it's all just collected and hidden and only a certain amount of people can see it. And so this is why we're so motivated to do this work, right? Mm-hmm. But I felt like we were kind of a little bit, what would we call that? Suppressed a little bit. Hey, don't you agree? He agrees. Arthur?
Yeah. Well, because I think that I know for myself, I really got the download last night. Remember when we were talking and I was just seeing all of it. And I said, this is the safer way to do it, actually, is to kind of do some of it last night. And then I made the card and you made the doll. And I think we embodied what it was in the doll making, and for me the cards, and we're sharing it in a different way because we're not going in the traditional way. None of this is the traditional way we ever work when we do these grid missions. This is a totally different way of doing it.
Oh my God, I just got a download right at the end. Clones have high trading in value in the solar system.
That's right.
Clones have
plants, cloned animals, cloned people, cloned anything.
It feels cloned people.
Well,
cloned
that would have the highest,
humans have a high value in our solar system with the current trading in between different planets, and the Orion is a part of that. The Orion Wars, and because everyone's wondering what the motivation is.
I have some wakame seaweed I put in miso soup. I also like dulse. Dulse is from Maine. That's your red seaweed. What I was going to say is there was a movie I watched that had some orchid in it. I can't remember, or show, and they talked about the value of this orchid, and it was cloned.
Right.
They cloned an orchid, you know, a flower. And I'm thinking that's like they clone plants, you know.
Yeah.
They clone that 420 plants. I know that. I'm sure Jason knows about how they
clone
those.
But you can't really clone a personality, can you? Like you'll have DNA or epigenetics and memory passed down from DNA, right? And you might have the intellect, the emotional, but I don't know if you can clone a personality, can
This
you?
is what came to me, like these celebrity clones. People
Yeah.
think, oh, well, like I had this discussion earlier. Well, how do you clone their personality or whatever? Well, it might be just for that song, vaccine, 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 or Helene, Helene. And that clone may just do that one mission to get whatever. It could even be AI. I mean, Google said that's real. It's not AI, but you know, it's going to get to the point we're not going to know the difference between an AI clone and a real one. It's just, it's crazy stuff. It's crazy. It's just,
You're not going to know because it's the same flesh and blood. But do the clones, are they created? Do they come out as a teenager? Do they come out as a baby when they're created in those like pods? I can imagine they're a part of like the Matrix and they're in goo.
Have you seen this show Orphan Black and Orphan Black Echoes?
Everyone keeps on telling me specifically to go and watch it, but I just don't know.
You know
I'll
what's
have to go
another great
and watch
show
it
I just
today.
watched? I'm watching Travelers right now, which is about beings from the future coming into our present right before somebody's going to unalive to change the future.
I love that. I have watched that show. I think it's awesome. But yeah, I keep on getting told multiple times because of all the crazy crap that's happened to me in my life. They're like, you have to watch Orphan Black. Okay, all right. But I just feel that that last one that we said, it's because the motivation is clones hold high value, human clones specifically hold high value in the solar system. You know, you hear about our DNA, how it's royal DNA. If we were brought up, okay, this is an idea, in a different socio-economical, cultural place, such as a different planet, would my abilities be harnessed in a way, then I would be able to work as a remote viewer, a high valued asset. You see what I'm saying? But instead, I've had the targeting, I've had the crap here where they suppress and stop me literally from doing any of this, to the point where they shut down my whole channel. They don't like anyone learning telepathy. I was trying to teach telepathy. Do you see what I'm saying? If I was placed and popped into another place, I'd be like flourishing, right? With all my abilities and everything, right? Question. Do you feel like there's a clone of you or me out there? Good question, right?
Yeah.
Could there be a clone of you? Could there be a clone of me out there somewhere?
Yeah.
Good question, right?
Yeah, because our doppelgangers clones.
Don't know. Okay, well, good questions. Something to ponder and think about later.
I have these other cards that are just messages, and I think this one sums up what the Lemurians wanted to embody, which is I consciously choose to change doing to being. The original human rules are to be, to do, and to have. When you concentrate on your doingness in order to attain your daily desires, you achieve them without effort if you focus on your beingness. And this glorious new you will materialize your wishes with God. So anything you want to manifest, focus on your beingness first before you're doing. Because you're a human being, not a human doing.
Yeah, well, I like that. When I'm making the mermaid, right? It's about how I feel. I feel really focused and I feel really the satisfaction of making something at the end. It's all of the feelings and the kind of inner growth that I have on the journey of making. And also, like, you know, kind of embodying, like you said before, that energy. So yeah, instead of the end result, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Well, guys, I think I'm. What happens is I all of a sudden I get tired, and as it is, like yesterday I was so tired, and I took a nap, and then I didn't fall asleep till 2 or 3. You know, because I was working on this project, which is done now. And I think,
Yeah.
you know, today is just this session was just a different way of doing the beingness of what we are and what we do. We shared it in a totally different way, instead of like dropping in at a specific target location, taking them on a journey. It just was all different this time. And that's fine and good. It can always be different the way it comes through.
Oh yeah, for
I'm
sure.
really seeing the pink now. Something has shifted where the pink is like standing out. I love it.
Probably pull back a bit. Yeah, I'll put a little bit of pink in there, just a little tinge. There's some good
And mine's
questions.
purple. I've got more purple in mine this time.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for turning up today. It's a good questions about clones. I think we did a really good thorough investigation that really did center on chimeras and cloning and technology. We stayed in the parameters of safety.
Here's another great movie for people to watch.
Yeah.
Will Smith, Gemini Man, about clones, besides Orphan Black and Orphan Black Echoes. Watch that. Because what they're actually doing is they're taking Will Smith and making him look younger through AI cloning.
Yeah, right.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Okay, everyone.
Okay,
see you later. And the mermaid says goodbye too. Bye.
He says goodbye too.
Arthur.
Does he want more seaweed? He's still licking his lips. Okay, much love to everybody. That was awesome.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Namaste.